we're live.
We're live, guys.
Yeah, you didn't tell me. This is what today has done to me, guys. All the hair gone.
Yeah.
Let's let people roll in. It was an accidental ending of the stream. When you're on a mobile device, the end stream button is right where you go to exit on a desktop. So if you're using, Crypto Terry didn't realize that and accidentally clicked end stream.
Hey, Pride and I've done it to each other by accident before.
Oh,
too,
we've
for
all
that
done it.
very
It's
reason.
such an easy
Yeah,
mistake
yeah.
to make.
It is way
When you're on a
too-
mobile device, you have to click the back button
Yeah.
or just
It's in
swipe
the
up
wrong
and just get
spot.
rid of your browser. It's so difficult to not press it. You have to almost like tell yourself. And
Yeah. Closing the browser is the way to do it, but that's not what most of us do, including myself. Guilty.
oh, it's very,
So,
very hard.
yeah. So, yeah. Well, definitely a very trying day for all. Stuff happens, like Rich is saying. Yeah. Well, he's saying that about what we were just talking about, but
And
yeah,
I know
it's been a tough day.
I know the Vulcan team right now. I know people want to hear from them, but just think of this. Brian probably did this on his own, didn't consult anybody, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And who knows if they're trying to even call Brian and be like, and I'm not defending anybody. This is not defense. Are they calling Brian and trying to get in touch with him and be like, is this serious? How do we go about this? We need to come out with a joint statement. What's going on? No, like this happened out of the blue. Supposedly, what I read on the past comments is they closed down all channels except the Spanish channel. Then he went in there threatening to resign and closed down the Discord. So I don't know what was said. So I can't really say that. Obviously, I was on the golf course, competing with friends. I wasn't by my phone. Today is one of the few days I decided to unplug in the history. I truly was unplugging. And I got message after message. I was on like the 17th hole by the time I read it, and the Discord was already deleted by the time I went in. And my first thought was, here we go again. I'm going to have people reaching out to me asking, is Vulcan still safe? And lo and behold, I had 10 DMs on Discord. Is Vulcan safe? One thing, Damien said, it's Vulcan's still happening. Trust me, there's too much money, too much stuff tied up. How it's going to go forward and what it's going to be going forward, we're going to wait for a statement. And it's just crazy that they got rid of the AMA this morning, and then this stuff happens, and they got rid of it due to community sentiment.
Well, guess what? It doesn't really take anything for Unchained to do any kind of clowning around, but apparently he has put out a video saying about Brian Legend finally pulled the rug. Blah blah blah.
God.
Well, the rug hasn't been pulled. We have no confirmation on that either way. We just know that Brian announced that he was
Esco is still trading. For people who knows, it's still trading.
So
yeah.
So we don't have a confirmation either way that the plug has actually been pulled. So we have to still wait for the team to confirm or deny that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry about that.
Jumping to conclusions is not going to help this community. So please, folks, let's not jump to conclusions. Let's go on, information that has come from a verified source, and then we can move on from there. That's my plea to the community.
Yeah, we lost
wild.
We lost some panel members, huh? What the heck? You guys, someone hit the button and then they're gone. So who knows?
Yeah. Oh, Austin Clark showed up, huh? It's interesting.
And one thing I will say is I respect every single opinion. I've seen people in the comments pissed. I've seen people that are just hoping for the best. I've seen people, I respect every single person. Moving forward,
Absolutely.
though, it's got to be about the community and how we move forward. And, Vulcan, we all have attachments to Vulcan. There's 3 other people involved in Vulcan. We need to stress Vulcan. We need to make Vulcan as good as it can be, because that is a way to get money back. Okay, we got a lot of money tied up. Obviously, people need Vulcan to come out. I need it to come out. I mean, I'd be fine financially if it didn't come out. I'd be okay. But I know some people, you know, I want it to come out. I can't even phrase that good. Yeah, I want it to come out. We all want it to come out, and we just need to wait to hear from the team. Today was probably a spur of the moment thing, like I said. Brian did this on his own, didn't consult with anybody. Probably, I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't there. The sentiment was bad, which is understandable. People are down a crap ton in ESCO. You're pushing Yamp, which I could understand why people are pissed off because you want something that was built that's still working. I mean, it was deflationary as hell. You just raised the taxes, took off the rebasing. You could have made it an awesome just trading token. It would have flourished on its own. I know the liquidity was really, really low, which the community probably would have resurrected it had you just left it as well alone.
Hey, Chris, Jeremy wants that link if you can send it to him. Jeremy Blockchain.
Oh, let's see. It's in my Discord. It's and he's a part of that, right? Oh, it's not. My bad. No, it is. All right, I'll put it in there again. I think that's the same one. I put it in there. It's in the chat part.
Danny Especia was asking for the link. I sent him the old link, and then Terry, I think it was Terry, you messed that up. So I'm going to resend him this link. So if he joins, just so you know where he got the link.
Well, we have. I do know that. Akam was talking about the worldwide token and about delaying the launch and everything. I mean, I don't see that. I think I don't see. I think it's good for the community. I think if you're involved in the worldwide token and we want to participate and everything like that, I don't see why not launching it. Right. I mean, I think that it's one of those things. I mean, if you've checked it out and everything like that, and that's what you want to invest in, I think it's good. But some of the other things, I didn't get a chance to understand. I didn't. I do know. Austin said something about what you were talking about the announcement last night, and when it came out, I know that the conversation was whether we were you were gonna, do we sell now or what do we do? And you were reading.
That conversation went down between me and NR. I think we had $650 worth of ESCO when we were debating should we sell, and both me and him are like, we're so big, we're such big degens, me and him, where we're like, no. And then that announcement came out last night. I'm like, we should have sold it $650. Yeah. But there was times in the past where Khan was like, you guys should probably sell your whole bag. And I'm like, no, we're selling our rebases, which I've always stated on chain that I was selling my rebases, and I was taking about 3 or 4 ESCO at a time and swing trading with it. So I always held 22 ESCO, but sometimes I was at 19 ESCO because I was swing trading with 3 of it. Okay. And sometimes, so I was always selling my rebases. So if you see my bag, it was always a 22 ESCO up until yesterday, 7 p.m. at night. I held 22 ESCO in my bag. Khan was saying I should have sold at 350. Of course, hindsight's always 20/20, but I was thinking degen, if it could just stay in that region, I was getting about $100 a day in rebasing. So I was okay with just selling my rebases every day at that point. Okay. So we did have these conversations, but also if I would have sold at $350, me being the person I am, when it dipped down to like 100, I would have been right back in because I would have just swung traded. It wasn't like, should we sell to like get out of ESCO completely? And
I guess I'm not. I guess they didn't take my thing. I don't think I'm in the Vulcan Discord anymore. Oh no, the Safuu Go vent chat is gone. It sent me to the welcome thing. I was like, oh wait.
Oh, they got rid of.
Yeah, because I still see you on the right hand side.
Yeah. Okay, I'm still in there, but the chat that I was in looking at is gone now. And then it sent me to the welcome page. Is like, where this is welcome to Vulcan blockchain. I'm like, what?
One thing I will say is I don't cover projects that I'm not invested in with my own money ever. Yeah. So if I'm talking about a project on my channel, I'm invested in it. Now, when I say I'm bullish, things can change and circumstances change. It's not dumping your bag. I don't like the word dump. When the price hit $500, I was close to 7-8 grand up. I didn't sell. Now that's when we were talking. That's when Khan was saying, should we sell? Should we sell? And of course, if I'd sold, it would have been removing the profits, not selling my whole bag. It's a different story. Now, the selling of the whole bag talk came yesterday at 2:00, finally, when I'm like, do we sell? But at that point, I'm $3,200 in the hole. What's $600 at that point? I'm like, well, what if Brian changes his mind? That was going through. What if this isn't done? And that's when it came through. I ended up selling, went on the live, and I sold for $220. I'll be transparent. And then when he said it's alive and Yamp's coming, I bought back in with $160. And then stuff happened today, and now I just sold that bag finally, so I'm out of Esco completely. Okay, and I sold that for $80 before I came live. Here, so I'm out of Esco. So, yeah, I lost just like everybody else. The whole time I was covering it, I wasn't covering it and telling you elsewhere. You can look on the blockchain. Multiple groups have my wallets. They can see. So I just want to be transparent.
I'm getting behind on everybody. Like people are like, "Where's the link? Where's the link?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness!"
I'm just gonna say, because I see On-Chain saying on here, like, what else do these dudes got to say? I am gonna say, someone, it has to be finally known. I have to say it. I can't not say it. I have to say it because now it's you got all these dominoes in a row, and the last domino fell. So I don't know if you guys know, but there's people that go through and they track BSC stuff. And apparently through BSC stuff, through wallets that have been connected to Safuu, a lot of liquidity has lost through these wallets, and they total a lot. And I think that needs to be known, and people need to actually see it. And I know I'm going outlandish here, and I'm saying it, but the fact is that people can track money leaving out because we know it went out to a central exchange. We see that over $22 million has left to a central exchange. So I would like Brian to come out and say, hey, by the way, this is where the money is. You have a freaking this. It's a map. You have a map. People can trace the map and like, hey, look at that. This is where all the money went. I'm just going to say it because a lot of people don't know it. There is a Discord. People don't like, obviously, Brian projects, but they actually came out. People who actually know how to read blockchain and follow shit has found where a lot of money has gone. So Brian should come out and say, hey, guys, by the way, this is the money for the blockchain that's here. This is the liquidity for the blockchain.
Right, but he's upset with the community right now. So do you really think he's going to do that at the moment?
I understand.
If he wants anything to come out of this, he needs to say it within the next week or two.
I was going to say, I understand he should, but will he?
The thing is, with all of what's happened, and then now you add this in there, you have evidence of money leaving the project Safuu and for Safuu Go leaving and not being used for what they're supposed to be used for, and then always claiming that the stuff's used to pay people, and it totals $22 million. And I think Kryptonian NR could tell you it does not cost that much to make a blockchain, and I will say that. But what I'm saying, he needs to come forward and say where that money has gone. I'm going to say it because Prado kind of beat the bush on it a little bit and let him get off easy. I'm saying it now. I'm just letting you know. I don't care if you labeled me as a fudder. I don't really give a single F word. I don't, because I'm sick of the fact that you keep playing with people. I haven't been here in the community doing videos on any of this stuff because of the feelings I've had. Obviously, I did TA on it before to help people try to get swings back and forth in the crypto because it helped. But Esco was too volatile. I didn't want anyone to have to go through that. But I'm saying that he needs to do something. He needs to come forward and say where that 22 million went or 30 million, because it's coincidental that it's the same amount of that, and then just all the other dominoes that line up with Brian's net worth and stuff like that. I think that he really needs to come forward and he needs to address these things. Stop being a coward and hiding behind a computer. And yeah, I don't even care what's being said right now. And I'm not trying to call him names, I guess, because I don't like calling people names. But if you're hiding behind a screen and deleting a bunch of all this stuff and trying to go incognito, this is the time where you actually shouldn't be doing that. You should be coming out and just alleviating the tensions.
All right. I mean, I'm not going to rehash all the stuff, everything like that. I mean, there's so many different things. Who is Baby?
Baby? Oh,
Bobby with the Y.
I was gonna say you don't put baby in a corner.
Yeah, somebody's like Bobby.
Dude, I was so there with you, NR.
I figured you would be, Odie.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone said something about on chain or something like that. I don't know if that they're in the comments or whatever. But listen, I understand what Khan's saying and everything like that. And this goes back to the whole thing and do your own research and everything. I'm trying to. If you guys want to come in here and say we told you so, okay, you got that win. Good job. But I'm more concerned about the people that are here now, what we can do to try to help them and help all of us and to move on and see if we can get Vulcan, get some answers from Vulcan and the team and see where that's at and some other projects that are out there. And some of these people that are coming in, I've never seen them before. And all of a sudden now they're showing up and they're like, I told you so. And it's like, oh, okay. So well, if you got to come in here and you want to make a comment like that, great. But how about if you come in here and give us some constructive ways that we can help the community and we can pull all together and be one. If you don't have that best interest in mind, then why are you even here? Right. It's a Saturday, man. Go enjoy your time. I mean, you could be like, look, you can pat yourself on the back all day long. Just walk around patting yourself. I was right all along. Okay. All right. You're right. But I'm more concerned about the people that are here now and where we're going in the future. I'm not saying you're saying that, Con. I'm talking about pretty much, some of those comments I've been reading. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. What you great. Now let's move on. But what you're saying is valid, and Con, and I think that's something that we should all be doing our own research and checking out these things that you're saying and stuff like that. So,
as you guys know, it's everyone can say you can read blockchain, but yes, to a certain extent, some people don't have the time to trace it all. But it's just it's a problem if someone did spend the time to do that and then found out that's where it all went. It's like you giving me money to buy groceries and then I go out and I buy a car. You gave me groceries for a year and I go out and buy a car instead.
Okay.
It's like you didn't use it for what it was supposed to be used.
I mean, if it's a cool car, maybe I'd be cool with it, Con.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
hold on a second. We got another one here. So try. Let's see.
No.
Try to sack. So you're saying no one will answer my simple question. So your simple question is, does our Safuu convert to Vulcan? Can I get a straight answer? Okay. Where have you been? I mean, seriously, where have you been? If you're coming in here right now with all this stuff going on and you're asking where your Safuu, if your Safuu converts to Vulcan, you're wasting time.
He said he sacrificed. He said he sacrificed back in October.
We all did.
Yeah. So where do you think if you sacrificed back then, what happened? Okay. You're educated enough to sacrifice your Safuu for Vulcan. What are you asking? What is the simple question? Yeah, it's Vulcan. So I don't know. I don't know if you don't have the board up anymore, so we can't tell. But that's one of the things.
Maybe this person hasn't been around for a while. I mean, I don't know, Chris.
But that's my point. If you haven't been around for a while and you haven't actually focused, I mean, this question can be answered in the Discord easily. If you can't get to Discord, you've never watched any of the people on here, this panel, for any kind of what's going on with what happened with the sacrifice of Safuu to Vulcan and when the launch of the blockchain will be or anything like that. You haven't listened to anybody, but now's the day that you're coming in and doing this. So I think, okay, I understand. If you're out of the loop, fine. But that's not what we're talking about here. And if you're concerned about what your Vulcan is, I think I agree with you. I'm concerned too. Now I want to see some liquidity. I want to see some stuff from the team and everything like that. Turn this around. But putting comments in, no one will ask my simple question. This isn't a question that you should have been answering yourself. Stuff like that just drives me
absolutely
insane.
Yeah. If you're serious about your investment, you'll keep up with it. So
I checked back in October. So here we are. October is when you checked on it last. Now you're just showing up. Okay. Do a little bit more research.
But you got to be responsible for your own investment. So being gone for a long time and then coming back, after what 7-8 months now and wanting a straight answer, you need to do your own research. You need
Well,
to
maybe
get
he
back
had a
into the
little
game.
stint in the yard, buddy.
What?
What?
Maybe he had a stint. Maybe he got locked up for a few months. I was just trying to be funny.
Oh,
No, he should keep track of your stuff,
Yeah.
man. That's not right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't walk
At the end of
away
the
and then
day-
just ask everybody, hey, give me the short, give me the cliff notes so I don't have to, do the work on my own. I'm a huge huge proponent of you gotta look into what's important to you. If something's important to you, you'll stay on top of it.
yeah. And this comment right here, he said, I know, I don't
I don't
know
doubt it.
why, but I sense CoffeeZilla will soon upload a new video.
Of course.
Video. I mean,
You definitely will.
how do you, this is very simple. I mean, why wouldn't CoffeeZilla be putting this out there? I mean, and here we are. It's like a big shit sandwich, and we're all going to take a bite out of it. And you know who made that shit sandwich? Was Brian. And we're all sitting there like, okay, you know what? It doesn't take a whole lot for me to lose loyalty. Either I'm with you or I'm not from up front. But man, when you do things like this, you just let us all sit here and just,
take the heat.
So he's not going to say anything,
Yeah.
right? So I'm saying to you guys that cover the content every day, he comes back tomorrow and he's all peachy cream, and the server's back. You're not going to just start covering it again, right?
Oh, you see my video today? I said I'm done.
Yeah.
oh,
All
even
right,
if
I'm
it
not
is-
on that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not done with this. I'm focused on. I'm actually focused on the worldwide token. I'm actually excited. I got to read some more about it, and I got to see what they're doing. But I think that's fun. I think it's fun. I hope that they launch. I hope they do well, and I hope that get some assets, and
Yeah.
their events and stuff. This is
AMA on my
something that,
channel Monday night.
Yeah,
So
and you got an
everybody should watch
AMA
it.
Monday night with them and everything like that. And I think that's great. And if this bears out of this mess that things like this came out, and like Property Flex, and you just go down the list and everything like that, those are things that I'm looking forward to. Those are light down the tunnel. I mean, I see hope coming out of this stuff. But right now, it's hard to look at those types of things with this absolute 100% shit show, and then we're all sitting there like, we have been here through all this stuff. And you know what? And how do you think that, I mean, you're here, Greek. I mean, how do you think Greek feels? How do you think Daniel feels? I mean, they've been here when basically there was no YouTube presence at all with any of the projects or anything like that. They've been here forever. And talk about feeling betrayed and all that, whatever. But I'm looking forward to the future and the projects that are out there.
Because now, say if Brian is still a part of Vulcan, what are your are you going to cover it still?
You talking to me?
All three of you.
Oh no, I 100% won't be. If Brian's a part of it, I won't be. But I won't be fudding it, and I won't be doing.
I just don't think
like
I would cover it. If I were in like the Greeks or even Pride's or Odie's shoes, if I were to be a content creator like that, at that point I wouldn't even cover it either, even if I was invested in it, because I guess you're not talking crap about it, but you're not pushing it out there either.
Oh,
so
I definitely am not going to be pushing out there. But I mean, the team has to come out. They have to do the things that I was talking about and everything like that. And Brian can't be a part of it. I'm sorry, Brian. You have burned the bridge with me, man.
Especially if they can't show proof of funds, definitely not covering it.
That I think 100%. That's the reason. I have to speak from my own speculation. I think that's 100% the reason why we're having some of the problems with funds for Vulcan. I feel like a lot of it was supposed to be there, and that's that. Yeah. But I would feel better for the community at large, because obviously, as like I've been saying, I'm not in the community like everyone else is here. I'm just from the outside. I'm like, if Sean Clark were looking at it from the outside, I'm not like that anymore. So, well, I wasn't even that type of influencer. But saying like, if at least if Brian came forward and said, hey, by the way, this is where the money is. This is the wallet address. This is where it is. Because you telling us the wallet address, Brian, ain't going to do shit. I hate to tell you that. You can tell us where it is. You can say it. Screenshot it. Anything. Just show the money.
If you basically
timestamp it,
we're literally one.
Show me the money.
We're literally one step from being rugged. If they delete the Vulcan Discord, that's it.
Well, no, that's it. That is the last part of a rug is
That's
when
the
they
last
delete
part.
the Discord.
You got
The
no
problem
Twitter.
is you see the liquidity in ESCO. It is $8,100.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be seeing a lot of tickets for flights to Australia be bought up at that point.
That's all they got to do is delete the Vulcan Discord and it's a wrap.
He has too big of an influencer community, like, in an influenced community, even if it's maybe only 20 or 30, maybe 20,000 people, I would say. I think the numbers are falsely exploded there in the Discords. But I think it's still probably about half, maybe 60%. You have so many people that have some good or decent outreach. I'm not one of them, nor is Kryptonian, nor is Chris, nor is, I don't think, Odie really either. But some of the other people have more of an influence in the community like that for projects. And so many people have more eyes on you, and a lot of people know where you are, know your location, know almost a lot of that stuff about you, and met you in person. So for you to do that stuff to them is even more disheartening. People that have met you. So it just upsets me.
Now, I will say this though, Con. We might be getting ahead of ourselves.
We 100% might, but this is exactly how it goes. So how many people today sold? I guarantee you sold off. How many people took the L at this point? And say in a couple days he comes back and he just shoots it back up to $100. Because right now there's $8,000 in liquidity. He could put in a $50K buy. That shit's going right up.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and you're not wrong. But I'm talking about with like the Vulcan liquidity and all that.
No, I'm not.
The rug pull talk and all that.
I want to see where it is.
And I think we should all
every pre-sale
be privy to that information. Sure.
Every
especially at this
ICO
point
that has ever existed for a blockchain, you can go onto the website and you can see how much money is raised and how much is sitting in that wallet.
Which at one point that was, Kryptonian. I know he was really pushing for, hey, why did we take this off chain? I know we had on one of our lives one evening we were talking about that. There's really no need to take it off chain. That's the point that's why we got into crypto.
If anything, it's more secure when it's not in a
correct. I mean, what if Gate.io had liquidity issues? What if they did an FTX?
Or what happens if he was holding it in freaking, when it was in BSC and it was in BSC USD.
Right.
And, then they suspended the ability to use it in Australia.
Or like USDC depegs from the dollar. I mean, there's so many different scenarios that could have happened. So, yeah, it should have sat on chain in some form of stable. And, obviously that's not the case. And I think we should all be privy to that information. But it's just a shitty situation, guys. I mean,
I'm not trying, I'm trying to tell everyone, I'm not trying to say that, I just want him to prove where stuff is. I want the team to come out and say this is where stuff is, because then you will build back confidence towards the thing you're creating, the blockchain you are making. Because at the moment he said over and over and over and over again that funds for this, funds for that, funds for this, when he kept saying that it wasn't going to be needed again, wasn't going to be needed again, wasn't going to be needed again. And then at the end of it, someone tallies it all up and it's a crap ton of money. And I would like him just even Jason. If I had freaking Jason or Damien or literally anyone that's come out.
Well, I will give at this point, I'll give the team a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Just a little bit.
Yes, I will.
Because they just learned, it's early in the morning where they are.
Yeah. And we keep going around in circles and circles and talking about this. I mean, listen, if you want to do your own research and you want to go to the to find out like wallet address, stuff like that, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I would encourage you guys to find out as much as you can. I will definitely be doing more research and everything like that. But bottom line is I'm here for the community and what we're doing.
Right
and we keep going back to talking about Brian and all that kind of stuff. Listen, I know that you guys are upset and everything like that. I know a lot of people in the community might be upset, but I certainly don't want to spend my afternoon talking about Brian Legend or any of that kind of garbage.
And the negativity.
Every time my hears Brian Legend, she wants to leave the room.
Sure. What if we turn the conversation to what are some of your thoughts on how to remedy this? How to bring the community? How to Phoenix how to phoenix the community and bring it back out of the ashes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I would.
What steps do we take at this point?
Yeah,
Thoughts from all of you gentlemen.
With Vulcan, I would think that the team needs to come out, have a statement, have a path forward. I think that they don't have to set aside my needs. That's up to them what they're going to do and everything like that. But me personally, I need to see proof of the sacrifice. I need to see proof that Brian's not a part of it, and I'll still participate in anybody's lives that are going to be there and everything like that. That's fine. That's fine. We're all buds and everything like that. But I will still steer clear of all that stuff. And if anybody's got any suggestions on any kind of things with Safuu and Safuu Go, whatever can do. But I felt like there was a time when we could have. I still feel like those projects can be saved if they just stop the madness. But I guess if he's got the keys and all that, I don't know what the situation is. But Nacho was saying in there that he doesn't have access to it. So who knows what's going on. But it looks like Danny E is here. Can you hear us, Danny? You
What's
there?
up?
No, you can't hear us? Danny?
He's very inquisitive, though.
Yeah, he's looking very intent.
Did you give your device permissions there, Danny? Well, you have the permit. Danny, if you can hear us, go down to the bottom of the screen and tap on settings, and then you can test your microphone. And because we can see you talking, but we can't hear you, so your microphone's not got permissions. It looks like.
Go
down to settings.
I like Fowler's comment. If you can highlight it, I can't on yours. But he says proof of funds, almost like proof of life with a kidnapper. I agree. That's 100%. It's like just give me a glimpse.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
but it's not funny at the end of the day. It's not funny at the end of the day. Nope. He's just he's doing the spinny wheel of death.
Based on your question earlier about what Vulcan needs to do moving forward here, we need to just get a statement and move on with whatever the statement is. And then how do you build community sentiment? I agree. Easiest thing right now, you show those funds and I don't know what the funds would be, how much it is. Okay. Nobody knows because part of the Safuu sacrificed. We don't know how much they were able to pool for that. So yeah, you could say $20 million worth of Safuu was sacrificed. That's the value. But once they sell into it, it's obviously way less into that liquidity pool. We know Safuu only had $9 million in liquidity. So we know we don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
So
with seeing how much left.
Yeah. So when they come out with this amount, you got it there. Most people would be like, oh, the funds are secured. Then show us stuff that you're making progress in the blockchain. Start giving better updates moving forward, and let's get this thing rolling. Okay, that's all that has to be done.
And Greek moving forward as the face of Vulcan. Would you if you were offered that, Greek, would you man up and take that role?
100.
Would you put that on your shoulders?
100,000% yes. I would do every video. I'd be out there.
You heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen.
I would be out there every single second of every day doing what I do. Because I care for this community.
They need someone like that cares about the community. They
came
out and said
it's
that
a clear choice.
But they came out and Brian it wasn't associated with it anymore, and it was just them three, and they could show clear-cut ties and then show the concerns of funds. I think you would get a lot of people back. You get a lot of people back.
I don't have to be. If they want to give me statements to read on behalf of the team or something, just give updates and do it in video form. So it's easy, clear, concise. I'm willing to help any way possible. There's a lot of people who got money in this. So I don't want to think so negative. Oh, Vulcan's not coming out. Vulcan's doing this. Vulcan still can be a great success. Okay. Because it takes a village to run this blockchain, not just one person. So I just want everybody to get that there's still amazing things that can happen. This blockchain releases, you get projects building on it, you get community sentiment back, and this can go places. It could be what everybody wanted it to be. But, if we just keep bashing, I get one action, it doesn't look good right now, but Vulcan's still okay. They just got to come out with a statement and move forward from this point and say how we're going to move forward and what the next steps are going to be. And it could be something great. I mean, it just takes you got to update the community. Showing those funds instantly would bring back a ton of people. If you it would shut up a lot of people right away. Okay, they got these funds. Okay. Show that the funds are locked up, put it in a multi-sig wallet with whoever's left on the team. Show that. You got to build confidence now. This isn't about, we had this plan in the past. Guess what? Throw that plan away. Whatever the past said, if you had a plan of adding liquidity slowly and you didn't want people knowing how much liquidity you have because you were going to add it slowly, and you didn't want people knowing that if all the liquidity was added yet or not, that's gone. Okay, right now you have a community that's just barely hanging on right now. Actually, most are down money, most are angry, most are pissed off, and they have every right to be pissed off. So how do you build that up? You do something, you show them.
Oh, let's see. Vulcan is fine. Allow me to speak to the founders about everyone. Vulcan is business as usual. I will discuss it with everyone in due time. At here, thanks, Jason.
That's a good opening statement. Now that they're talking and they're formulating a plan.
Okay.
That's what you need a statement like that, and that's the start. And that's good.
Great.
That means they're not just coming out and saying what's on their mind. You have to formulate good statements. In times like this, like I said, step back. I know people are pissed. Don't go rush to make an announcement. Don't rush to make judgments. Same thing with us. Do not rush to make judgments about Vulcan. I got people in my DMs. Is Vulcan still happening? I can assure you right now, all we know is yes, Vulcan's still happening. Everything's good. It's one person made a rash decision. Who knows how that's going to affect things? We need to wait for statements, wait for actions, and then hopefully move forward from there.
Honestly, this could be an opportunity because we all know that people shied away from Safuu, from all of Brian Legend's projects because of him and his past. This could be that opportunity. This could be a good thing, and that fulcrum point for Vulcan again to catapult into, if handled correctly, to take it to the next level. I'm just saying, could be. Also, it could be the beginning of the end, but this could be that fulcrum to the next level. So
someone keeps asking about Uxie. That is a good question, though. I do have.
Yeah, but that would just be speculation on our part.
I know that we don't know anything. I would
assume that the four founders. I mean, if he resigns, So if he resigns, then the same three founders that are left are going to take over Uxie and carry on with that.
That means he's not a part of that anymore. That's what I see. But if he resigns, you should see that formal letter, that's like notarized.
I was just getting ready to say that, dude. Now here's the other thing.
If you do when you resign, it gets signed off and notarized.
Right, but here's the other thing as an employer. So when an employee would just say walk off the job or something like that, I would send them a certified letter in the mail that basically said, this is your de facto resignation because they didn't give me one, right? So there has to be some kind of finality to it. You're 110% right, Con.
You do need that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. I have a little announcement to make. I was contacted by Tritosak about the conversation that we had about him following up on his investment and asking where Safuu was.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And he's kind of told me what his basically I'm trying to finish this, but I'm going to send it back to him now. He basically is telling me that, I made a snide comment and everything like that, and that he didn't appreciate that, and that he was seriously, couldn't keep up with all of it, has been coming in and out and doesn't keep up in the Telegram. And I don't think we have a Telegram.
I can agree with that.
I think he met Discord or whatever, but and he doesn't want to be a part of all these forums, and it's tough for him back and forth and everything like that. And that he actually says he would expect someone with a white beard, that I look like I'm 65, to be a little bit mature in my response and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but he also has to understand that now Chris is a little heated.
Okay, hold on a second.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
let me give him the benefit of the doubt. And he was actually, and that he would think that I would be a little bit not, instead of a 20-year-old crypto bro. I like that actually. I would keep that. So, and I would act a little bit more maturely about it. And you know what? And I replied back to him. I think, I was telling him basically, I can understand, since you've contacted me, that, that you probably legitimately have not been able to keep up with it and everything like that. And I was like, it was pretty childish of me, but at the same time, I want you to understand that usually fudders, when they come in, they're like, where's my Safuu? And it's like, we've been answering this question in the Discord and all the time. And just today wasn't the day for that. And I do sincerely apologize for him, because I thought that it was, here we are with another fudder, and here we, junk coming in here and everything, but he was legitimately checking on his stuff. And I kind of called him out, and I was rude to him and everything like that. So I want to apologize for the way I talked to him, but I'm still, yeah, and that was pretty much it.
And,
I don't want him to
and
feel
Brian, take notes, because that's how a real man owns up to shit right there.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm legitimately, like, I apologize to him for that, because I thought he was just fudding, and he's like, "Where's my Safuu?" You know how we get those comments and stuff, and it's like, you really haven't been paying attention. But evidently, he does have a situation where it's like he's investing in a lot of stuff, and he doesn't really get in the Discord and all that kind of stuff. So let's try to. I'm going to try to have more patience, and I apologize, because today has been the day that I was like, you know what? I have a real problem. I started doing YouTube and everything like that because I wanted to be a part of these influencers and stuff. And like the people that are out here, I thought it was great. I wanted to be part of it with the community and everything like that. And I really think that everybody, the community and the influencers, all just got beat down by one individual, and it's not fair. It's not right. And then when he came on, I pretty much treated him like crap. So I apologize to you. Hopefully you're okay. And Danny is backstage again. I don't know. Danny, did you get it worked out, or are you just like, you giving up on it?
Yeah, he was in the back chat, basically saying he lives in the boonies in Cali. Basically said he lives in the boonies of Santa Cruz, California, and he had a horrible Wi-Fi connection. And I just told him, hey man, just keep trying, whatever.
And Bruno, you got a deal. I'll shave this beard if I'm CEO, and the head of the face.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. That's why I said to him in the email I sent back to him. Evidently, him contacting me and telling me his point of view and everything, I don't think he's a fudder.
I'll go a step further, Trito. If you want to, if you have a Discord and you want to friend request me, or you want to join my Discord, I can keep you in the loop about all new stuff. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I will make sure you are in the know about everything, so you don't really have to be on the pulse 100% of the time.
So somebody start a petition, Greek for CEO.
I mean, how are we going to do that? I mean, is it even an option? CEO of what? A Vulcan? Or just
yeah,
CEO,
I don't know.
CEO
or even just the face. Or even just the face of Vulcan.
I would never
just,
put my name.
Some type of representative or something. I'm
too humble to
I would be down for that. I think people would. I think that would resonate well with the community. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you know what, Trito, I'm sorry for the way it came off and everything like that, and you have no reason to apologize. You're asking legitimate questions. I took it out of context. It's my fault. It's all on me. I own it. I really want to hear what Danny's got to say, though. Aren't you guys excited?
He's got something.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris.
Every single time, I'm like, hey, is he going to say something? Is he going to say something?
Yeah, that's a great point, Biz. Biz, that's a great point, man.
See what Biz has got up here. Everyone needs to stop speculating and allow the Vulcan co-founders to gather all the information and then address the community.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. And that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not going to shoot from the hip. They're not just going to put out some kind of fly-by-night statement to where they're going to be changing it up tomorrow. They're going to take their time. And again, hopefully they continue with Mondays. I believe it's scheduled for Monday, if I'm not mistaken. And hopefully they keep that scheduled, and they put a plan together. They come at us Monday, and we move forward. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, I think Vortice says Plan B made a comment. I think we've already talked about that. It's the Vulcan is fine. Allow me to speak with the founders about everything. Vulcan is business as usual. I will discuss it with everyone in due time. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, Vortis is he's been around for a while. I remember him being when you first started your Discord. I remember him being in the chats and stuff. So he's been around for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Danny drops off. All right, so Kelly Productions says, "Dang, Brian, I tried, man. I tried to always put just speak about your strong points and acknowledge in the crypto space, but man, you do so many ridiculous things. I cannot defend you anymore."
Yeah. Well, I think that goes for all of us up here on this panel to a degree. Is we've all tried to find the positive in everything that's going on over the last 16, 17 months, however long it's been. And here we end up here. And it's like, where do we go from here? You can't defend the actions at this point. You can't find a positive in it. It's, come on, man, enough's enough. Stop it already. If you've resigned, like Khan said, man, put it to paper, on paper, on purpose, and let's move forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kelly Productions, yes, sir. And then we have Biz Entertainment. Again, be mindful of new out of the blue name messages. Plants are infiltrating and tossing FUD bombs. Don't become casualties. Well, I think we should pretty much just go by whatever the team is going to announce or how they're going to handle it, and then go from there. I don't, and some important things is too that, I think everybody personally is going to have to take a look at what is said and what's going on. I mean, Vulcan doesn't need me to be a part of it. So,
but a lot of the community would love for you to be here, Chris, because you are a vital part of the community, man. You are. You bring that level-headed, intelligent investor mindset, and again, that's why your channel grew so rapidly, so fast. I mean, you're damn near at 1,000 subscribers. It takes some people 4 or 5 years, man.
My subscribers only came because of you guys. I mean,
man. No.
Piggyback.
Because
you bring a wealth of knowledge to this space.
Yeah, man. They came because you're genuine, and your wealth of knowledge, man. And you're a genuine person.
People subscribe.
Knowledgeable. People subscribe because they want to subscribe to you. Exactly.
Well,
so don't sell yourself short, brother.
But I'm not selling myself short on that.
You are highly respected.
I'm doing this because I enjoy you guys, and I'm friends with a lot of people, and it sometimes it gets kind of exhausting. Some of these people will be saying, what's going on? And I'll be like, hey, I just answered like 3-0. But I'm here for the community, and this stuff here just pisses me off so bad that it's like I'm not even sure if I even want to talk to any of the,
we know your pain, brother.
Got to give the team, their due. And Biz is right. Thanks to Biz for pulling me off the ledge too. But man,
Biz always has a level head, man. He always does.
This is a big Santa Claus shit sandwich, man. So,
I was loading my shotgun, getting it ready. I was at work today, so I didn't have a chance to get fully mad like everybody else did. And then I drove home. And now I'm catching up. So
now you're about to get mad.
I just wish they'd pull back the curtain. Let's see the backside. Like Kryptonians always said, open up the hood. Let me see the engine. Let me see the engine. Let me see the plans.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. Yeah, that's a great analogy.
You got a front.
Teddy, look, man.
Oh, no.
You know what though? On a lighter note, let's go because Teddy.
He's cruisy crawl. He's cruisy
breaking news,
man. Cruisy
Breaking news, guys. So here we go. Oh, I love him.
Yeah. Breaking news: my AC broke was at work today, so I come home. It's as hot in my house as it is outside in Texas.
Oh, okay, Terry.
The
At
guys
first,
here working on it. That's fun.
you were all broke up. I couldn't hear
Oh,
anything you were saying, but I can hear you now.
I said breaking news: my AC broke while at work today.
Oh,
My
that
AC
sucks.
broke at my
Yeah.
house, so I came home in Texas heat into a hot house. But the repair guy is here. He's working on it. So,
That's
Okay.
brutal.
and he's a friend of the family. He doesn't give us family discounts, but he doesn't take our money. He earns his money, right? So I don't let friends work for free. So yeah.
Sky High says that could you leave and I'm going to come kick your butt. I might just now, just between us, and hopefully Sky High's not listening. I might just announce that I'm leaving so that Sky High could come up here and kick my butt. But I'll be when he's up here, I'll be like, hey, make some of that barbecue for me while you're up here.
And let's have a cigar and a bourbon. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't drink.
I'm down.
Oh well, Kool-Aid. He can do Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, just while you're here kicking my butt, hey, can we barbecue?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So okay, all right. So do we got any plans as to what we want to discuss with the community, how we want to move forward, all that kind of stuff? Good things.
Take a break from the Discord for the weekend.
I tried,
Yeah.
and that lasted 6 hours.
It's really easy when you don't have internet,
Hmm.
I guess.
Okay, Bruno's got some interesting comments here. I guess. Oh, there is. There, it's in the other one. So, number one, prove of where the sacrifice money is. Yep. Two,
Yep.
prove that Safu's fire pit wallet and taxes wallet are in charge of someone else than Brian. Okay, I don't know how that I don't know about that. Three, hopefully the last message from Biz talking about FUD bombs wasn't about all that transactions from Safuu to hot wallets.
Yeah, because someone actually is sharing the screenshots of those the wallets showing from the Safuu addresses. You know how they're labeled on Binance on BSC scan, showing all the traces to where it went to Gate.io and stuff like that.
It's like Jerry Maguire. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Danny,
say it louder,
man. I don't know.
I can't, man. I'm in like a public space here.
Well, Pee-wee Herman, don't be exposing yourself.
You are so showing your age.
Okay, Gus is saying, "What's going on today? I try to have a weekend, and what happened?
You know how we do, Odie.
Go back to your weekend.
Yeah, you might want to
Go back to your burger.
Yeah. So the Safuu Go Discord is no longer.
Sum
Brian's
it up in
Twitter.
2 sentences for him.
Brian's
So
Twitter is-
Esco Discord's gone. Brian's Twitter's gone. Safuu Discord gone.
Brian's videos on his YouTube channel all gone.
His YouTube channel gone. I
Easy way
actually
to
tried
say
to
it,
message
Brian's
him.
gone.
Yeah, I tried to message him on Twitter, and it came back and said like account not found or something like that. Because he and I had a running conversation on Twitter, and so
Wow.
Basically, the best way to put it,
He's
Brian's
actually okay.
gone,
I mean,
Brian is
I
done,
do.
and Yam's no longer.
But you
That's
guys
basically it.
over talked each other. I didn't understand anything you said.
Oh, there's a delay between us. That's why.
I was just saying, I really hope that mentally and physically that Brian is okay. Because if he
Oh, I
does
think-
have a mental
I
disorder,
agree, man. I agree.
you know,
And that's kind of what I was touching on earlier, Terry.
Mhm.
I feel that
Right.
he is a very isolated individual,
Mm,
and I feel like he doesn't have a circle like we do.
right?
And that does help. I lean on you guys quite often. I'll be having a shitty day, and I'll call Kryptonian and vent to him, or
Yep,
something
we all
like
need that person. Yeah. Yep.
yeah, and I feel like Brian doesn't necessarily have that. Now, granted, he does have Plan B. That's his best, but I don't feel he has that whole circle. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
and I feel like he's a wealthy guy, and regardless of how he got his wealth, people tend to take advantage of that, and you don't know who you can trust. and I'm not saying that I'm anywhere near Brian's wealth, but I'm in a position where I'm somewhat successful. And I mean, I've been through that kind of stuff. I've taken my circle, and my circle's gotten very
Tightened it.
small.
Tightened
Put
it.
it that
Yeah,
way.
tightened it up. Yep, tightened it up.
Correct. Yeah, the circle's gotten very small, tightened it up. And again, that's why I appreciate you guys, because you guys are genuine, and we've all become friends. So, yeah. And it's far and few between that you can find people like you that are genuine and care about your well-being and stuff like that. And Brian doesn't have that. So, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that is that's my Discord, but you don't have any
Oh, you commentaries
information in there, anything like that. So, but it's just us hanging out, just a bunch of people. So if that interests you,
A lot of your Discord is gaming, isn't it, Chris?
yeah, it's mostly gaming.
Yeah.
And there's announcements from different projects there and everything like that. And when I game, we go into the live stage and we hang out there, and then that's it. And then other people, some people come in there to contact me and stuff like that. So, but that's that. I don't know what else. I'm trying to come up with any kind of solutions or anything like that. I wish Danny could join though. He's gone now. He's not even down there, is he?
No, I never heard of Danny. Where's he from? Like,
No, he keeps saying, he's like, I keep trying to join, but I can't get reception.
Well, Danny
So.
E, it's the same Danny E that's like in Daniel's. It's in
Yes.
our chats. I mean,
Yep.
he's won the champion of the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, let's talk about that for a second. How smart of Daniel Prado is it to do something? There's no real prizes awarded, but yet it gives people that, hey man, I won. It gives them that good feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people will never remember what you say, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Yeah, but I think that's great. But let me tell you something. Senior Rojo cheats, dude. I'm telling you.
That I don't doubt.
I'm telling you,
I
he's
don't
running
doubt.
bots, brother. He's running bots. He's got something.
I know
going
what you
on.
mean. Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned about.
But
Senior
Dan
Rojo.
Dan is onto something there.
Yeah, it never
with
picks
that
me.
whole thing, man.
Never
Dan is
picks
onto
me.
something. I'm
Yeah,
telling
and you
you.
know what Daniel does is he throws it in there every once in a while. He throws, and I win,
Right.
and I get to like maybe the first level, and man, I never go any farther. And I'm thinking, and Daniel's like, he's like, when Miss Worldwide wins, he leans over and he's like typing, like he's like, oh, okay, I turned off the
Sure.
bot so that she doesn't win or whatever, And I'm sitting there thinking, I think you're joking, and then I stop.
But is there some truth to it? Right.
Is there? Yeah. Are you excluding me from this? Daniel?
Right.
Yeah, I've literally seen my name come up on the screen and it stopped, and then go to the next.
And then ticked over. Right. That's
Like,
hilarious.
Daniel, let me tell you something. Yeah, Danny E is a 2-time champion of the champion of the day. But Danny, all I'm saying is, you probably earned that, buddy. But I'm just saying,
matches went out on the front.
it might be the fix might be in, buddy. So and obviously Senior Rojo's obviously up to no good there somewhere. I don't know what he's doing, but
Hey, who was that person on the walker? Was that?
Hey, what's up,
Senior
Oliver?
Rojo's wife? What's up, NR?
Yeah, that was. How's it going, man? That was his daughter that was actually shot.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was shot. I forgot the exact story, but I think she was like on her way home or something. Yeah, coming back from the beach, and she was hit with a bullet. And so it's good to see that she's off. Yeah, it went through her lung, and it's good to see that she's up and about. She's off the ventilator. She actually took her first steps, and that's kind of what that video was. And so I guess the thoughts and prayers have helped. So it's it's really good to see.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah, very good, very good that she's here. But Daniel has brought up an interesting point. So I'm pretty sure that Daniel is excluding.
She has. He's right. He's
Tina
right.
Poltea and me, we're like,
he is right.
Like no way that we
I can't get selected.
Yeah, but again, I have to give it up to Dan just for the genius.
I've played
just for the genius
and never get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and ours right. I mean, what Daniel's doing and everything like that, it's fun. It's fun and
it's fun, and people love that. You make them feel good, even if it's for a second throughout their day. Because life can be shitty, right? Life can be shitty sometimes. You're having a bad day, something so silly as to, hey man, I won the worldwide whatever, man. It's like, he's on to something there. Like
Yeah,
Dan, I hate to say it, but he's an evil genius to a degree with that,
I
right?
also say, oh, I didn't even see.
Yeah.
Do it like Austin Powers.
Yeah, exactly.
But Daniel,
Dr. Evil.
you're talking real good about Daniel, but let me tell you something. I saw the other day where Daniel missed the fact that Drew Down has run twice.
Yeah.
I mean, he made up for
He
it.
said,
But
I
Wow.
he's
trained
like, oh,
hard.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right, and everything. And
I
I was
like
like,
that.
Daniel, how can
Mhm.
you do that? Drew Down has been there from day one, man. He's been there.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But
Yeah.
that's
Well,
all
and the
fun.
bad thing is on my channel we had one winner to name the substance to eat, and I couldn't make my next live, so they're still waiting to see it.
Yeah.
That's my fault. I'm
So
sorry about that.
so I hate to bring up the negative subject again, but Oliver, you weren't
Peanut
here
butter?
earlier. So what is your take on all that has transpired here, especially being a project CEO? Where do you stand with all this stuff?
Um, well, with uh, I had been doing my best to distance like our project from Brian, ever since like the Esco fiasco, like
Let's go.
when we were paired with Esco, and like it seemed to be harming our project in some way. I'm not exactly sure how.
Well, it was
But
bringing your token price down. The pairing was basically bringing your price down, from what I recall.
yeah, that's what I was seeing too. I couldn't put my finger on exactly how that was happening, but that's what seemed to be happening. So yeah, I had to ask Brian a couple of times to unpair us, and he finally did. And from that point on, I was just making it a point to distance our project from Brian in every way. Um, and the thing that I like when I heard that he had resigned, obviously I was paying attention. I've been watching you guys for the past like 2 hours, and I heard about, I know all the stuff that went on last night where he said he was going to delist Esco and then he took it back. And I know that like, all the stuff that, how
Yeah,
that was
he wrecked me in Greek.
right.
He wrecked
And
me
now,
in Greek.
yeah, exactly.
You wrecked me
And
because you said not to sell.
Yeah, but I was right. I knew he was going to come back. So had we
Hey,
not
don't put me
sold
in the
in
middle
the
of you
end,
two,
you know
okay?
what I mean? It is.
So
what
You
it
two
is,
guys
man.
go get a
It is
room.
what it is.
You guys get a
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
Go get a
the one
room.
thing I was
Gladly,
wondering
we'll
about,
play poker all night.
the one thing that I was wondering about,
Tops and
because
bottoms.
honestly, I'm not like surprised necessarily that Brian did
Liquor
something
in the
like
front,
this.
poker in the rear.
But what I was wondering was, I asked Crypto Easy this morning. I said, "What about Vulcan? Like, is it still on?" And I don't know if Crypto Easy has any insider knowledge or anything, but he said he didn't know. And then I heard Nacho say something about that he doesn't have access to the Treasury wallet. That to me is odd because he's one of the developers. He should at least know where the funds are. I would think. I'm not a
Well,
blockchain
he said he
expert, but
didn't
I
have
would think.
access to. He said he didn't have access to the wallet. I don't necessarily know if anybody asked him, "Do you know where the funds are?" You know what I mean?
No. He was,
So,
yeah.
or did he just say, "I know nothing about it"?
He doesn't have access to the
Yeah,
treasury.
the wallet, the funds are
Well,
in that wallet, but he doesn't have access to
access,
it.
and knowing where it
Right.
is are kind
Yeah.
of two different
Yeah,
things. If that
I
makes
think
sense.
that's what he was asked though. Like he was asked like, do you know where the funds are, or if the funds are even still there? And he seemed to say like he didn't know anything about it.
Like Sergeant
That was
Schultz.
Sergeant
Right.
Schultz.
Right.
I know
Oh,
nothing.
God,
I see
I know
nothing. I hear nothing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Hogan's
I know.
Heroes.
But
Now you're
that
really
just seemed
showing
odd
your
to me.
age.
But that to me was just another odd thing, and it's like how many. I don't know, because I had two different developers look at the ESCO contract, and there was all kinds of shady stuff in there, and it's like, how many people that we think are like just good, decent people are going to come out as freaking, shady people that are like not what we thought. And, I would love for
Yeah.
Nacho to prove me wrong and come out
Yeah.
and be like, you know, like I would love for Nacho to explain why he wrote the code like he did for ESCO, because there was a lot of obfuscated lines in there. There was a skim function in there, which is weird. Like, why did he do that? Like, did Brian coerce him to do that in some way? I don't know. And then for him to say that he doesn't know anything about the funds for Vulcan, like, what the hell is going on? Does anybody know? Does anybody have an answer for us?
Makes sense. No, it makes sense.
So that's what I think about it. I'm not surprised at all with what Brian's doing. I think.
Yeah, I don't think anybody up here is surprised. I think you might be thrown back a little bit because it was unexpected what happened. But I don't think anyone is surprised.
Right.
Considering,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Yep. So it's been, but like, think about it. Even Brian is an expert at just getting everybody's attention. And look, he hasn't even had to say anything today, and we're talking about him nonstop. Like, it's crazy.
150%, brother. 150%.
Even in the One Token Discord, that's all we're talking about. And I have no problem at all. I love any
will
kind
say
of
this,
lively discussion, but that's all we're talking about.
You should never talk about the CEO. It should be about the project.
Exactly.
CEO should just be the person who's there to lead the project.
So if you're talking about the CEO, it should be good stuff.
Right, but I think this also hints at the narcissism. It's about me. It's about me.
I want everyone
you know what I mean?
to talk about me.
Yeah, correct. Correct. I think we've known this about him for some time.
But I don't. I wonder. I question that narcissism diagnosis, because how? Now listen, this is my opinion. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but he, hypothetically, has stolen a lot of money from our community. How would he have been able to do that? Like, if he had this mental problem that was impairing him in any way? I think he's very clear-headed.
Well, narcissism isn't necessarily I guess you could call it a mental problem, but narcissism is basically, I'm out for myself. It's all about me. So
right. But it seemed like, but you guys might say that, like, he's very emotional and
he
reacts
is
emotionally and stuff. Maybe it's all a freaking charade. I mean,
that's possible. Yeah.
If he deserves like a freaking Oscar. But
I was exactly if it is, and he's a great actor. And honestly, I don't know a lot about the man's past, but from like the stuff that On Chain Oliver or whatever brought up, it seems like his parents passed at an early age, and that's tough on anyone. So who knows what kind of trauma he has in his past. That maybe he's never dealt with. And I'm not going to psychoanalyze the guy, and I'm certainly not a psychology major like Greek is, but maybe Greek can speak on that a little bit more than I can. But I'm sure the guy has some shit. I think we all have our shit, right? So who knows how deep it goes? That's all I'm saying. So who knows?
There's always a story, and I need more.
Yeah.
It's like an onion. You have to peel back the layers to get to the inner core and really know what it's all about.
Exactly. For instance, and I'll say this on this live right now, because I'm gonna dox eventually because of, in fact, I kind of did to Mrs. Worldwide. I had a project back in 2016 or 17 that I tried to launch with a partner who I'm no longer friends with, by the way, and it failed. I think people that were invested lost maybe about 30 grand total. Me personally, I lost over $100,000.
Oh my God.
Probably closer to 150K back in 2017. And you guys, once my name comes out and stuff, and you guys can message me, I'll give it to you. It is what it is. But when it happened, I was fully doxxed, and people our community attacked my brick and mortar business. They DDoS attacked my internet. I was getting phone calls at my automotive shop, bad reviews on Facebook and Google. Wow. I'm talking hundreds, thousands of bad one-star reviews, to the point where I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Like, I tried to do something cool. I tried to, and we went into a bear market, and it was a good idea. In fact, I still believe it was a good idea, but the way my partner did some things and just, I can explain that a little bit later, but basically it failed. It ended up failing. and the community just lashed out, and I scammed people and this, that, the other. Meanwhile, I lost a shit ton of money, and my life got turned upside down for at least a month, maybe longer, while I had to deal with all that horse shit. But you never know. You never know what someone's intentions are. Let's put it that way. And my intentions were always good. So,
we all know
that is what it is. Yeah, that is what it is. So
it's crazy how many of those types of people though are drawn to crypto, that just don't care about anything but just grabbing money as quick as they can in any way they can. And like I've obviously run into someone like that, and I mean, and there have been other people that I know about, and it's like politics, you know, it draws the worst kinds of people.
Yeah, and at first our project was doing really well, but unfortunately we caught it at the end of the bull run, and it went right into the bear, right? And it just the price of our token went down. We had a whole ecosystem built around almost like a bookstore based on crypto.
Yeah.
And it went to shit. I mean, we had a whole platform built, which was again around a bookstore, and independent authors would post their books in this platform, and there was a token that you could buy the books and all that type of stuff with.
Right.
And again, I still feel like it's a great idea. I still feel like it could work, but it started to go south. My partner did like a bounty program and didn't handle it right. And it just went to shit really fast. Let's put it that way. Spun out of control really fast. So, you know, it is what it is. And I'll talk about it more as we go on and as I dox and all that type of stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, you never know what, you know, someone's true intentions are. I get all that, but I forgot where the hell I was going with that. But
that's really interesting, though. That's crazy. You were thinking about utility all the way back then.
Yeah, man. Isn't that something?
Yeah, you were ahead of your time, man.
Well, I'm sure that the thing is that you could have gone back in time and actually shown the fact that you lost all that money making it.
Oh, yeah.
I think the fact that people have a gripe with right now is trying to figure out where the hell did Brian lose in both these projects basically going to dwindle.
Yeah, I gotcha. I get it. And I'm not trying to compare myself to him or anything like that.
Oh, no, I know you're not.
I don't know his intentions, and I know he doesn't have the greatest past either, with people losing money in multiple projects and all the suspicions around all of those projects and stuff like that. But it's just a shitty situation, guys. At the end of the day, it's a shitty situation. And we're here now.
You're good with that, and I think Oliver was talking about earlier. It's just like you're in DeFi. Literally, the point of DeFi that a lot of people see is to make quick money. That's what all these projects are deemed to be. Or like even all those remember those 7-day ones, 24-hour get 5%, 2 days get 20.
Oh yeah,
25. Like
well, would you have a lot of those like tune forks and stuff? Like remember the old tune forks and stuff like that? Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm saying. But when you go into blue chips, you're investing in like a utility. You're investing in what they believe in. Like, you know, all the security tokens, you're doing one.
The whole ecosystem,
actual utility use for things like, you know, the Cardano, XRP, XLM. You're looking, there's just a few examples. Like, I know Bitcoin's a store of value of gold, but I'm talking about actual utility for those sort of things. When you go into DeFi, they really, a lot of things don't. And people are just looking in there just to make quick money, which is why people get into, say, you know, get into your 1 token Discord or 2, you know, 3, all those, and then are upset immediately when, you know, they're down like 3%, and then they go to sell when it's up 3 or 4%, don't get it, and they get a little bit of a loss. Like it's a weird thing because you're in DeFi, you're expecting to get the 3 to 5, 6, 8, 10, 20x in a day, and it's just the hopium of that. It is degen. That's why I always stress that crypto is degen, but DeFi is the epitome of what exactly that is. You're basically giving money into a protocol in those instances, like, you know, like the 1 day, 2 days, any of the tune forks and like that, and expecting to get these huge gains. Like everyone who did baked beans, like, come on.
Oh, geez, don't even go there, man.
and just drip too.
Yeah, that was
Drip the
another
same way
good one,
so many
baked
people
beans,
made.
Yeah, there too. Yeah.
You know.
It's just 100% emotional investing.
Yeah, and that's what I try to explain to
Yeah.
people. It's like if you want to do something that's more rational, you would go with the top 10 blue chips, because at least then you can hold something for at like 2 or 3 weeks, and it's only going to be up or down minus like 4%, maybe 5.
Yeah.
In this time period right now, it's to be negligible. You're here in Esco. That thing was going up 80% in one day, and then it was up 200%, and then it was down 47%. And you're like, what the hell?
Well, it's like one token went up 250,000% when it first started.
Well, that's okay on a launch day, but
yeah,
the thing is that Brian and these projects, they do it in the middle of like being out for a month.
yeah.
That's the weird part, and
that's one thing that Brian was really good at, was getting excitement back to a token that had been long dormant, and he would just do it out of the blue. And like that's what it is. Like money follows the attention and it follows the excitement. So it's like whenever I'm talking to my team, I'm always like I'm paying attention to my own emotion. I'm like, am I excited about what we're gonna do? And if I am, other people will be too, and that'll bring money.
You see, if I was in charge of something, I would be looking at how the chart is, and I would time news how it's supposed to be timed. You don't have to do that, because stuff you normally like kind of organically follows, as Chris knows, stuff organically works. That's how it is. And then you have people like Brian that are trying to manipulate the emotions, that are trying to change the way trend was. It's like back when Esco was at $300, I was like, this is going down. I was like, I got in the Discord. I was like, it's going. It's just what it's doing. And inevitably it's what happened. It is what happened. And Brian was trying to kind of postpone the inevitable. That's what I think what I said to the Discord one day. He was postponing the inevitable, and it lasted sideways at $200, if you guys know, for like a week and a half, and then all of a sudden it's just instant.
Yeah, we should have sold Greek at 200.
And that's what I would think is hindsight.
We could have done a lot of things, but also we were
I know,
playing with
brother,
profits, and me and you are as degen as it comes. So we were like, "Oh, we're playing with profits. Why not?" And just, I'm just gonna say I was a degen the whole time.
I like Slumdog Millionaires.
We should probably have a non-degen manager.
We had that. We didn't listen to them.
That's true. That is true.
You didn't listen.
You're right.
There are people buying Esco right now. Those are degens right there.
Well, we all know at some point there's good. Like, I don't want to say 100% with certainty, but I have a feeling that there's going to be some stupid pump out of it for no reason, for a flash of a little bit.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Brian comes out of retirement. He's like Tom Brady. Should I retire? Should I not?
Well, I could see a play on Safuu Go myself, because of the fact that if it was if they just stop talking about it and they just leave it alone, then I would definitely be looking at it as some type of swing trade type thing in the future. If they had something in there, I would look at it, but I could see that if it just quiets down.
Could you like be able to transact it without like incredible price impact with like a liquidity that's like at 4%?
Yeah, that's how you wouldn't be able to. That's why I'd have to look at it and see. But if it ended up being one of those things that they just stopped talking about, just leave it alone. Taxes are reasonable. It's okay. You got to make a little bit off it, but I could see a swing trade in there. But to me, honestly, if you think about it, I would stay clear of it because of the fact that you don't know what's going on with the key. So you could go into swing trade after 2 weeks of it being quiet, and then it's all gone.
What's going to be fun is if Safuu goes back to 1 penny. It's getting close. It's like at 7 cents right now. But yeah, Esco might do something crazy like that if it gets down to like $1.
Yeah, Sky's right.
That's the thing, though. It only has 23,000 in circulation. It's a dumb token not to be doing stuff with eventually. Like, that's what I kept saying the past 2 days. I'm like, it's dumb for Yomp. I hate to say it, and I'm like, actually, I didn't hate to say it because I'm sick of new tokens. I just like just just please stop with the new tokens, Brian. And
I think the
ESCO, like the ESCO, that would have worked out perfect. The 23,000 with the 3% tax on the other side because they get rid of the bots, but I think the bots still would have gotten around it. But regardless, turning off everything and just leaving it as a normal just DeFi token and just what taxes. But even then, he can lower them to basically nothing. It could go down to 0.01 if you really wanted it to, because it's adjustable, it's variable.
Well, you'd have to prove to me about the keys and stuff like that. That's like
that's the problem too, though. Is he'd have to get rid of the taxes on it, and then it would be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're just looking at. I would steer clear of it right now. No matter
I would too. There's no financial sense to make. Even if you think that there's hope for you to, like, say you put in your $200 at like $10 and it goes up to 20. Cool, you made $400. It's only only 2x. But the probability of you weighing your wins versus losses at that point would be very, very hard. You don't know if he's going to wind up dumping it down to $1, if everyone else gets like freaked out from something else that he says, or what's happening in 48 hours. He said that something was supposed to, everything was supposed to end, right? But isn't the liquidity locked? But there is no liquidity.
Well, I mean, you never know. You have to. I don't know. There's lots to think about. But Terry, you are back. What happened, man?
We can try it. He had to reboot his laptop.
Yeah, laptop was messing up. So I was on my phone from work, and I'd stay on my phone, but it was too hot or too loud. So I dropped my laptop. Then my laptop, well, it's whatever.
Well, you sound better. Everything's great now. I mean, before
it was
laptop.
Laptop was great, right? Yeah.
Every once in a while, Terry be like, "Hey," I'll be like, "Whoa, dude!"
I was being Daniel Prado.
Oh yeah.
That's my phone. Sorry.
Speaking of Daniel, I imagine he's ready to go live soon or something like that. It's been a while, huh? He's on early.
Going live tonight.
Him and Yamap. What's not tonight? He doesn't go tonight. He doesn't do it.
That's the. Wait, he works tomorrow, doesn't he?
Wait a minute.
He is.
Wait a minute.
He's a busy guy. I mean, he's always got him and Yamap. They're probably sitting there like, wait, get off this live so we can go live.
He gets up at like 11 p.m. to go to work, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's sounded tired today. His voice sounded weak.
Oh yeah.
He's talked a whole lot.
Well, I think he's pretty. He had all this stuff going on too, and he's like,
right, all his stuff, yeah.
So,
guys, I'm gonna head out. Gotta get something to eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I think we should call it. I think we've talked about it enough. I don't think that we can really do much more.
Beating that horse.
Yeah, just wait for the announcement.
Or
stay sane.
All we can do now is put the get well soon balloon on the dead raccoon on the side of the road.
That's funny.
How long did
I have to show you the photo? It's funny. It's just the raccoon, and then someone put a balloon on him, and it says "Get well soon."
Yeah, that's funny.
Such a.
Yeah, at least we're leaving on the note that Plan B put a comment out there.
Shirt on, boy.
So now we can know that they're listening. So
trying to flex.
Hopefully, we'll get some.
Put your shirt on.
I am.
You got a T-shirt on of tits.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take a breather and I'm gonna play video games and shoot a bunch of bad guys in a video game. So
what you playing?
Pew 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 pew.
I don't know. I think it might be God of War, or it might be Call of Duty, or it might be World of Warcraft. I don't know.
All right, Yakuza, cover that stuff up.
Castle Wolfenstein, baby.
Wolfenstein, that goes back a ways, buddy.
I had a copy of it 6 months before it hit the market. Beat that.
Oh, look at you.
Well, didn't they made a newer one though? The two of them. Those ones are pretty good.
Yeah. I knew somebody on the inside. It was
the only
cool.
flex I have is the new Street Fighter. One of my clients' daughter is the voice of one of the characters. How about that?
Oh, that's cool. That is very cool.
Does anime? Yeah,
that's cool. Yeah,
I've known her since she's 18 years old. Man, she's amazing. Yep.
Wow, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, before we quit, who remembers Zork?
What?
None of you? Not even you old guys up here with me? Zork.
No.
It was a text-based game before video.
Oh, that's why. No,
was
no.
Oh my
Oh.
We've been going so
Dude,
long. He's talking about Zork now.
Chris,
Zork.
hey, Chris.
We're talking about video games.
Chris,
Our
you don't know
host
me, does
was
he?
talking about going to play Call of Duty or something.
I have no. You know what, Odie? I have no idea what you're
Look
talking
it
about,
up.
man.
Look
Think
it
about
up.
Zork.
They came
Even
out. They came
Chris.
out with the first video-based
Yeah,
game.
even
Is that
Chris
what it
who
is?
supposedly, helped
Look it up.
chisel
Look it
the
up.
tablets.
I tried to.
So the
I'm off there. Come take my money.
Look, Junior, when you get into your 50s, you'll understand.
If
You know, I'm
anybody
gonna go
has
check
the
that out
F1
right now.
video
I'm gonna go
game and
check
wants
it
to
out.
race with the Greek, I'm racing tonight. So let's go.
There you go.
Racing.
Grand Theft Auto?
No, F1 23. If anybody wants to race against the Greek, just reach out to me. We'll set it up.
Where do you do that at?
It's on a PlayStation.
We about to get your freaking I say ass.
I want
But
you to
beat.
tank and shoot you as you.
That's on an Xbox Greek.
Yeah.
Oh, you
no one's
play on
allowed to be Max
Xbox.
Verstappen or Red Bull.
Real gamers use
Those are
computers,
cheaters.
Greek.
Yes.
Actually,
I'm above you. I
Agree.
You guys remember Leisure
My
Suit
video
Larry?
card cost
I
me.
do
Leisure Suit Larry, I
remember
remember
Leisure
that.
Suit Larry. Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Oh
All
God,
right.
that's going
Listen,
back.
we're not talking anymore. I'm out of here.
How
I'm
about
out of here. All of you guys,
Odie?
Leisure Suit
Leisure.
Larry.
Play that outro.
go play a bunch of
Pitfall
video
Harry.
games or something,
Yeah.
guys.
Odie?
I'm out of here.
Pitfall Harry.